right, it's opening morning. Exciting, exciting. But also, it's hard. Because I've got some prime time, bear with me here. I have some prime time hunting, but there's really, unless I just want to go get a doe, I'm afraid I would just screw things up trying to hunt a morning, because it's all field. So there's no like sneaking. I mean, you could tuck into a couple of spots, but just the risk is too high. So I'm kind of trying to figure out, and most of this public land is also based on field edges. I mean, there are some travel corridors and stuff, but especially early in the season, the woods are still pretty thick, and it's hard to slip into somewhere without being noticed. You can definitely tuck into a field edge, but that's where the deer eat usually, so try not to do that. So we're trying to figure out a good spot where I could go. I think I have one narrowed down as where I had Paisley out, but I think I'm going to move around to another side of the field and try to get them going back to bed. But it would be, obviously, it would be does most likely. But it would be good to just get out there this morning and see some deer. I don't have any high expectations for this morning. My wife wanted to know if she needed to lay down some seats or anything in the car, and I said no, probably not. Tonight would be when I'm going to try to make the strike on the Marcellus land, but this morning is going to be just getting eyes on, and if nothing's moving around early this morning, after the sun comes up, I'm most likely going to just scout around, just drive around and get my binos on some fields and just see if there's anything moseying around that would pique my interest. Because as much as I know where deer move around on these public lands, I don't have any bucks that I'm targeting or trying to track down or anything like that. So just gonna try to put myself in good situations and hope for the best out here. Now the Marcellus land, I have two giants that are on camera pretty routinely, so hopefully I can make a play on one of them, and hopefully they both stick around. So all right, we'll check in later. It was a funny morning, so I got out here and I found a good spot. I've got a field edge on my left. And just back there, probably about 100 yards, maybe a little bit further, there's a bean field. And the bean field stretches from like way over here all the way down to the road way over there. And I figured I would try to get this little pinch point here between the field. Oh, there's deer. See, here she comes this way. A couple of them. is, she was moving through, and I thought she would stop at the field edge at least for a second, and she just was cruising through, and I should have pleaded at her to get her to stop. I'm freezing. So I was trying to tell the story before I saw those deer come out of the field. I got up in this tree this morning. I was a little late getting out here because I was trying to figure out exactly where I wanted to go. Poor planning on my part, but it's hard to hunt mornings here in Michigan. And I wanted to go somewhere where I wasn't going to do a whole lot of damage and be in between food and water, and this works out. Stand that. Man, I can't even hold the camera. I'm shaking so bad. That there's the bean field over there, and then there's water right over here. And I was just figuring on deer filtering through here, and sure enough, so far I've counted 6 deer. Those last 3, it was a mama and two fawns, and they came right through here, right down this lane, came in, and she stopped, or she was feeding right through here, and then gave me a shot right there, probably right there, and she got behind this tree, and I was like looking for her. I couldn't find her. She was in here, but she had picked me because she saw me trying to find her. But she was right there. That's about, I don't know, 12 yards away. Easy shot if I would have stopped her. But I was kind of on the fence if I wanted to shoot a doe this morning. But I like the spot, and so this morning I meant to say, I'm all over the place. I got back into this spot, and I'm walking along. I actually wanted to keep going and get a little bit closer to that field edge right up here. And there's a nice there's a nice scrape right there. Can't really see it. Right there. And so I stopped, and I set up just for that, on top of obviously this field edge, so I could see out there a long ways. Just seemed like a good spot. Well, it was kind of a late setup, and I was kind of scrambling, but still not making any noise. And as I got 2 sticks on the tree, I had 2 deer come right to here, and I could see them, but just barely because it was so dark. So then I was kind of stuck, and I didn't want to mess anything up, and I have a saddle on, so I can make it work if I have to. So I just basically threw everything on. I never even got that stick all the way hung up. Don't have my bow holder up here, so I used a branch. And I'm only 2 sticks up. Never even got, so I'm freezing because I only have a flannel on. I didn't want to sweat on the walk out. And my hoodie is in my backpack. Right there. Which I would have put on before I came and got all set up. But those deer interrupted me, and then I didn't want to screw anything else up. So, interesting morning. I love it. Oh man, opening day, 6 deer. Almost shot 1, could have shot 1, but I was half invested, so I didn't want to rush it. On top of the fact that I just felt like if I stopped her, she might take off. So I think I'm gonna get down and do a little bit of scouting. While still hunting. Because I do want to get back in there and just check things out a little bit. Good spot though. I've never been back here. Just saw it on the map and it looked interesting. Worked out in my favor. That's what I saw this morning. So I'm gonna just tuck back in there a little bit and go see what I can see. And then make my way back around and get out of here. Go look at some fields. See how that crop is doing over there. I'm gonna drive around to it. On my trail camera right up there. It is facing toward the field, but I was afraid if I had it facing this way, I was gonna catch a lot of leaves. What a great opener so far. So, crazy setup. I made a video for it. I basically got in there late, hung on the first sign that I saw, but as I was getting up in the tree, there was 2 deer approaching me, so I kind of got stuck. So I got my bow up, and then I had my bow, and I'm 2 sticks up, and don't have my platform, and so just kind of had to wing it. But was ready for a shot, and then as I was getting ready to get down, I was doing a kind of a little hunt recap on the camera, and 3 more does came in, and one gave me about a 12-yard shot. I should have just took it, but I really did think that she was going to stop naturally, and she didn't. I could have let her just a little bit, and I probably would have been getting a deer. But I really wasn't too concerned about it. Today was just going to be doing some scouting and getting some eyes on some of the crop fields to make sure that they're still all up. And it's day 1, and I'm not trying to fill in my tags already. It's a long season, and I look forward to it all year round. Headed back, gonna eat some breakfast with the family, and then might be headed down to the farm. Try to get one of those monster bucks, or I might just go back out to public land. It all depends. It was fun this morning. I'd never been in that spot before. Always looked at it on the map and thought it was interesting because there was several different features that deer are attracted to. So getting in there, and there's just acorns everywhere in there. So I'm definitely not gonna go back in there tonight. If I go back in there, it's gonna be maybe in a week or 2, if I do, or maybe later in the season. But yeah, so I might go try to get on some really good buck sign later today and just do a long scout and sit. Just like scout my way into a spot that I haven't been and try to get on some buck sign and maybe hang and do a late hunt. But I don't know, I've got 10 days off. It's so good. It's day 1, so my goals for this season, I'd like to get a public land buck. Doesn't have to be anything monstrous. I definitely would like to get one of those mature bucks off of the farm, and then maybe take another doe off of public land. So see what happens. That's the goal. Keep you posted. All right, after fighting with myself for the last several hours, I'm down at the farm, and I don't know if I said this, but I have a couple of real big 8-pointers on trail cam, and last couple of nights they have been making an appearance right before dark. So I'm gonna get a little aggressive. Not 100% confident about it, but I'm gonna try to get in there, get up in a tree without making my presence known and put an arrow in one of them. So I'll update from the tree, hopefully very quietly. Aborted the mission on that far field. Now I'm back in the spot where I got my buck last year. I have some drone camera pictures of a nice 8-pointer coming through here at dark last night at 9 o'clock. Not last night, night before. So I'm hoping he just might come out a little earlier tonight. Got about an hour of daylight left, so here's the situation. And I'm just tucked in behind this giant tree. I want to say October. I can't remember. Might have been like the 7th or 8th when I got the buck last year. But, alright, there's a beautiful sunset. To be back out in the woods, hunting for deer. Tomorrow's supposed to rain, or tomorrow night is supposed to rain, and Sunday is supposed to be rainy, so I might be doing some just like spot and stalk on some of the public land fields, since there won't be many hunters out. He just needs to come right around that corner right there. Blue jay's yelling at me. I barely